I'm filming this on June the 9th, 2022, the 50th anniversary of Elvis's concerts at Madison Square Garden in New York. So what should we do to celebrate? Should we listen to the concert together? Nah, can't do that. This is YouTube. Shall I review the album? Nah, maybe another day. I know what, let's talk about Aloha from Hawaii.
Such a long, lonely time. I can't stop.
Even if you've never seen the Aloha from Hawaii concert, if you've heard the record, you can clearly hear the woman as she puts the lei over Elvis's neck.
Lonely time.
But if you listen to a copy of this album, the first Japanese pressing of Aloha from Hawaii, which came out on January the 25th, 1973, just 11 days after the concert, she's not there.
I'm such a long, long, lonely time.
On February the 25th, 1973, the Japanese reissued the album 1 month later after the first edition came out, and the woman is audible on this version. And in April of that same year, they brought out their first quadraphonic version, and she's also audible on this version too.
I'm such a long, lonely time.
So did they somehow remove her voice on that first Japanese version? Well, let's see if we can find some other differences. Have a listen to the guitar in these two extracts.
To live in memory. I'm such a long to live in memory. I'm such a long.
Clearly some fuzz guitar audible there on the first Japanese version that's not audible on any other versions. I think what we need to do is have a good listen to Elvis's vocals. So how about the part where he goes into the second chorus?
I'm such a long, long, lonely time. And I can't stop.
Right, that's clearly a different performance, isn't it? Elvis's phrasing is completely different on the two versions. So where does this rogue version of I Can't Stop Loving You come from? This wannabe Aloha performance. I Can't Stop Loving You was released in 5 different live versions during Elvis's lifetime, if you include the version on Welcome to My World. But let's have a listen to the version closest to the Aloha version, which is on Madison Square Garden. So let's first of all see if we can hear this fuzz guitar.
To live in memory. I'm such a long.
Check, we've got some fuzz guitar there. All right, what about the woman?
I'm such a long, long, lonely time.
She's not there. All right, what about the different phrasing at the end? Let's have a listen to that. I think that's pretty clear, isn't it? The version of I Can't Stop Loving You that's on the first pressing of Aloha from Hawaii, released in Japan, is actually from Madison Square Garden. So why wasn't the correct version of I Can't Stop Loving You used? Well, apparently the tape that the Japanese had to work with was faulty during that song, so they had to use the Madison Square Garden version. But the engineers, despite doing a great job, they also got very lucky because, as most of you know, this album contains 8 songs never before recorded by Elvis. They were lucky that I Can't Stop Loving You had already been released 2 times live. What they would have done if there'd been a problem with Steamroller Blues, for example, I don't know. I'll just stick James Taylor's version on, no one's going to know. Now, as you can see from my copy here, I've got this little Saturn sticker here, so this tells you that my American copy is actually a slightly later pressing. So if you have an original copy of the American version, please let me know whether it has the correct version or the Madison Square Garden version on. I'm pretty sure it has the correct version. And one more thing, very important. If you know what that woman is actually saying to Elvis in the Aloha concert, please let me know. Thanks for watching. Cheers.